Momentum. If you have it, you're in control. If you don't, you aren't. In Superbike racing, it's a hot commodity. But the funny thing is, there's only so much of it to go around. And if you don't have it, the only way to get it is to steal someone else's. Calgary, Alberta, Race City Motorsport Park. This 3.2 kilometer track has fast corners and one very long straightaway. It's round 3 of 7 in the Canadian Superbike Championship. The second round in a doubleheader weekend.
This track, because it's faster, it's more suited to what we have. We get to stretch out the horsepower capabilities of the motorcycle because of the long straight that's here. And that's what we're looking forward to. And that's what we anticipate will be our edge on some of the other teams, is how powerful the bike is.
We're the RadX BMW Motorrad Canada Superbike team. I'm Chris Duff, manager for the race team. We're the first factory Superbike team to compete with BMW's new S1000RR on North American soil. All weekend long we've had all sorts of fans and people crowded around the tent, around the bikes, around the riders. It's been very impressive to see, the amount of excitement that's out there for, not just BMW, but for our team, for the brand, and for the new Superbike. Yesterday in round 2, our veteran, Francis Martin, had a bad start, but a strong finish. He reached the podium, fighting back for third. Our Superbike rookie, Mike Ferreira, never really found his groove. He struggled with the setup and finished a disappointing 7th place. In the overall point standings, Francis is in 3rd place, while Mike is in 6th. Today, Francis needs another podium to stay in the top 3. Mike needs a top 5 finish to stay in the points race altogether, and to prove he belongs. Francis has momentum. Mike needs to find a way to get it. Round 3 starts now. This time, Francis gets the start he needs. He grabs the lead right out of the gate.
You should see Francis just start. Awesome.
Yeah? Near the end of lap 1, Jordan Zoke takes the lead back. "18 laps to go. Francis breezed down Jordan Zoke's neck in 2nd place. and Mike holds 7th.
Come on, Mike! Come on! Come on, Mike!
With 17 laps to go, 4th place rider Kevin Lacombe crashes. Thankfully, he's okay, but his race is done. This bumps Mike up to 6th.
Come on, Mike! Come on! Don't lose them!
With 12 laps to go, Francis holds a 2-second lead on the 3rd place rider. Mike still holds 6th, but for some reason, both of them just put out their worst lap time of the race. This slows them down by a few tenths of a second. It's a bad time to start losing composure. This could cost us big time.
Both had some injuries on that last coming through the bus stop. They both missed gears, missed line, missed whatever.
Ten laps to go. Francis has been hanging on to 2nd place since the 1st lap. Mike is in 6th, but he's gaining steam and he's getting ready to fight for 5th.
Mike is 5 seconds in front. I just hope he can catch Alex.
6 laps to go. If Mike wants to crack into the top 5, he's going to have to make a move on the 5th place rider, Alex Welch.
I noticed that he was getting tired. I could really start to see his fatigue. So I wanted to take advantage of that. And, I knew that if I kept pushing, didn't make any mistakes, that I'd pass him for 5th overall.
Got 4 more laps to do it. Better move his ass if he's gonna. Save it for a last lap heroics.
It's round 3 of the Canadian Superbike Championship. Francis Martin has a stranglehold on 2nd place. Mike Ferreira is in 6th, closing in on 5th. 2 laps to go.
Come on! Come on! Hey, let's go! Come in there! Get on the brakes!
The last 3 minutes of the race, we knew he was getting closer and closer and closer, and I knew he could get him, So I think our mood, we got really excited in the whole team, and we knew we just needed to show him our excitement to give him that extra maybe adrenaline rush just to push that extra mile. And he did, so it was awesome.
By a split second, Mike fights his way back into a top 5 finish.
Wow. He hustled his ass those last few laps, coming back. A second a lap. His times never changed. Like 8:17s to like flat 18 the whole time.
He rode so good.
Yesterday I didn't do very consistent lap times. So I knew today that if I was able to do those consistent lap times, that I'd be there at the end of the race to, maybe pick up an extra position or two, and that's exactly what happened. And I'm super happy with 5th place. I mean, that was my goal, to finish in the top 5. I would have liked to get, maybe a couple more spots, be on the podium beside Francis, but it's only my 3rd Superbike race.
Yes, sir! Good job, buddy. Way to go. You had a wicked start.
Yeah, not too bad.
Wicked start.
Sprinter, my friend.
You got to work on your entry to the bus stop on that first lap.
Yeah.
Francis finishes in 2nd place, behind reigning champ Jordan Zook. So far, Jordan's won every Super Pole, and now he's won all 3 races. That's pretty scary. We didn't win, but there's reason to celebrate. Andrew Nelson, the privateer riding the other S1000RR, who pays his own way, he finished 4th. So that's 3 BMWs in the top 5.
Good job.
Thank you very much.
Francis is inching his way up the podium. 3rd place yesterday, 2nd place today. I hope he keeps that momentum.
2nd place, once again putting a BMW on the box, this time in 2nd place from Sherbrooke, Quebec, number 16, Francis Martin! Right here you are, Francis Martin.
I feel great. Still not perfect, but soon it's gonna be good. I really hope for the first place before the end of the year. We're going in the good direction anyway. The bike is always a little bit better, and we improve all the time. And today, at least we can stay with Jordan for a 6-7 lap. I think at Mosport we're gonna have something for him there.
There was also some redemption for our crew chief, Patrice Goyette. It was a tough few days for him. He struggled to find a good setup for Mike, but finally, he hit the nail on the head.
Patrice has been just spectacular. Getting into the Superbike stuff, you need somebody who's worked on these a lot and who understands the minute changes. I mean, we keep talking about the minute changes that we keep doing to these things. I mean, that's probably one of the most important things in a tuner, is understanding what the guys need and how to reproduce it on the motorcycle.
The team's happy, I'm happy. I moved up 2 positions for my qualifying efforts, and overall the bike felt really good. I have faith in Patrice now. He made a change before the race and it felt better. I felt more comfortable, and the results speak for themselves.
Hey, I feel very good. Both guys improved on their times. Both guys improved in their positions. Everything that we were looking to do was, Francis went from 3rd to 2nd, and Mike went from 7th to 5th. So, it's great that we got another podium, and everyone's moods and spirits are pretty high right now. So, it's great. It's nice to see them out there signing posters and just sort of talking with the fans that pay the money to come in here to make it worthwhile for us to come here and do what we do. Makes teardown a hell of a lot easier when, when the trophies are the biggest problem. Where the hell are we going to put them?
Three out of 7 rounds are in the books. Francis Martin takes 2nd place in the point standings with 110 points. Mike Ferreira is tied for 5th place with 83 points.
To to be honest. When he did sign with BMW, it was really nerve-wracking. He's only been riding twins forever, and now to ride a Superbike, we knew the pressure was on. To get 2 top 5s, no, to be honest, I didn't think it was going to happen, so I'm ecstatic. It's awesome, and I think he's going to get even better results. We're going to Mosport, one of his favorite tracks, and he's getting used to the bike now, so I think top 3 at Mosport is a pretty good goal.
You know what, when we first started this year, I expected to even be lucky if I'd be in the top 10. So, I mean, to be top 5 in the first 3 races of the year, I mean, I couldn't ask for more. You know, a podium would obviously be a godsend, but, you know, you can't be too greedy. You got to take it step by step. And, you know, there's a lot of people that have been riding Superbikes for a very long time, especially with all those guys ahead of me. I mean, they've been on Superbikes for years, so, you know, hats off to them. They rode really well, but, you know, with my progression as quickly as it's going, I'd be scared if I was them.
Now that's confidence, and that's what I like to see. Momentum, we have it. Improvements, we're making them. That's progress, and progress is good. But if we can't find a way to beat reigning champion Jordan Zoke, it's all meaningless. Expectations. No matter how much you try to ignore them, they're always there. We left Calgary on a high note. Now, we need to keep things on a high note. Ontario. A week and a half later. Mosport International Raceway. Rounds 4 and 5. Yep, another doubleheader. This weekend, the objectives are clear.
This weekend we almost need to win both races to be back in the fight for the championship, and that's going to be tough because Jordan is really fast here, but nothing is impossible, and we're going to try hard to make that happen.
For me, this weekend is going to be a little different. BMW Motorrad Summerfest is happening, and that's going to keep me away from the team. Basically, we set up just a huge village down here with tents and rider training and stunt shows and concerts, and obviously the racing is a part of the whole Summerfest, you know, activities. This is definitely a different feel because at all the other rounds, you know, I've been with the team, making sure that everything gets done in a timely fashion. Where I'm really removed from the race team at this round because of, you know, all the Summerfest activities and everything that goes on with it. I think that after the Calgary rounds 2 and 3, that they're on an emotional high already because they've had really good results, you know, from that weekend. That I don't really have to pump them up as much now because we're halfway into the season. The results have been good, probably what we expected, maybe a little bit better. You know, so I think just the high that they're on from the previous round, because it was only a couple weeks ago, you know, is still with them. Race City Motorsport Park in Calgary was a good fit for the S1000RR's power. But this track is even better. It's 3.9 kilometers of fast-flowing asphalt. The problem is, everyone else loves this track too. The elevation changes give it a fantastic European feel. Superbike riders love this track.
I really like the track here at Mosport. It's a real fast track, and I always have good result here. Few bad luck too, but more good result than bad luck.
Mike likes this track too, and it's a good thing. He lives in the Greater Toronto area, and there's going to be a lot of people here to see him race.
I like this track because it's nice, fast, smooth, relatively smooth, I should say, and it's flowing, so it really suits, I know it'll suit the Superbike because it's suited every other motorcycle that I've ridden yet.
The forecast for tomorrow is calling for rain all day long. If the weatherman is right, Superpole practice and the Superpole will be canceled. And that means the starting grid for rounds 4 and 5 will be set with today's practice times. I'm glad the riders are feeling confident, because to maximize their chances against Jordan Zoke, they need to lay down some solid practice times. In life, there are leaders and followers. In this year's Canadian Superbike Championship, unless you have the name Zoke on your back, you've been doing a lot of following.
First place, Jordan Zoke.
If you want to win a Superbike race, you have to jump through many rings of fire. Setup, track conditioning, physical fitness, headspace. In round 3, it seemed like Francis jumped through them all, but he still didn't win. Now, it's obvious to him and everyone else that Jordan Zoke is the final ring of fire. The gatekeeper, guarding the top step of the podium like a fire-breathing dragon. Every single race, he gets the lead, he keeps the lead, and he wins. It's almost superhuman.
I have 11 Superbike and 600 combined championships. I won the last 4 years in both the 600 and Superbike in a row, so that's pretty cool. To win even 4 in a row in one class, but to do it in both has been pretty awesome.
Jordan can be beaten. The problem is one of the ways the stars get beaten is they beat themselves. No one's ever won every race in one season, and it's starting to look possible to him. So does he do the conservative thing, or does he say, to heck with it? I want to be the guy who does what hardly anyone ever does, which is to sweep. The problem is going to be getting in his head, and it's very, very difficult.
Sweep or no sweep? If he wins the championship this year, it'll be his record-breaking 7th Canadian Superbike Championship. So far this season, he's won every Super Bowl and every race. He's sickeningly flawless. But this isn't breaking news for Francis. He's been competing against Jordan his whole career. This season, he's been studying him since round 1 in Mirabel, Quebec. He knows how hard he is to beat, and he knows full well that the road to the Canadian Superbike Championship leads through Jordan Zoke.
Yeah, I'm watching him for sure. It's the guy. Jordan Zoke is the guy to beat. That guy is very focused. He rides a lot and lots of practice. That's what you need. Ride a lot. Practice and training. And be very focused. And I think you can get what you want if you do all that. I beat him before too. I will beat him again.
Francis has got more experience than anyone else out there besides myself, I think, and he's flying, and the BMW is really strong. He's the guy to beat.
If Jordan's dominance continues and he sweeps Mosport, catching him in the standings will be almost impossible. If Francis is going to slay the dragon, it has to happen this weekend. Our crew chief, Patrice Goyette, has a book on this track. He knows it well. He's prepared the bikes in advance. Setup shouldn't be a huge issue. But when you're trying to beat Jordan Zoke, you have to try every trick in the book.
This morning's practice is going to be focused on consumption, and that's why we're bringing up a lot of fuel with us so that we can really see what distance we can go with the full tank, because it's a 20-lap race, and our tank is 17 and a half, and traditionally at this track you burn a liter a lap, so we're already down 2.5 liters with a full tank. So this series has acknowledged that this fuel tank might not make Mosport, so they'll change the laps of the race to suit our fuel requirements. And they've done it in the past. They did it with Suzuki when Suzuki came out with a new bike.
For this morning's practice, Mike's bike will be filled with the usual Ep4 race fuel. But Francis's tank will be filled with MR9, pure race fuel, something we've never tried in the S1000RR. For the first 3 rounds, the horsepower was only reading in the high 170s. But on this track, and at this stage in the game, we need to start pushing the envelope.
It's basically 100% chemicals. There is no real fuel in it, it's just chemicals. It performs well and gives you extra horsepower, but we don't know if it's going to be too much. That's why we're running one with U4, one with MR9, and then we'll be able to run on the dyno and see which one is working the best.
The dyno, or dynamometer, measures rear wheel horsepower on the bikes. They get hooked up to a computer, strapped down, and revved up to get an official reading. After every race, the series runs a mandatory test of the top 5 bikes to make sure they aren't breaking the limit of 190. If you blow over, you lose your position. It's serious business. So if you're going to experiment with horsepower, practice day is the time to do it. We'll see if it works in the first practice session. Patrice really did his homework on this one. He had to make a few gearing changes, but overall, that was a good practice. For Francis, the MR9 fuel certainly didn't hurt. He finished second fastest with a 1 minute 22.565 seconds. Mike finished 5th fastest at 1 minute 23.584.
Norm, we need to go on the dyno with that, eh?
Hey?
Can you go on the dyno with that?
Yep.
The MR9 fuel boosts performance, but Patrice needs to make sure it's not boosting it too much. After a race, if your horsepower registers over 190, you'll be penalized or disqualified. Wow, that's a little too close for comfort. We're gonna have to come up with a plan B.
He's at just over 187, so he's getting a little close to the limit, and if the weather cools off and tires wear, clutches wear, it all makes horsepower, so it's he's gonna have to be careful, because it'd be a shame to finish on the podium and lose it for a dyno run.
Right now we're taking out some of the U4 from this bike so that we can blend in the MR9. So each bike is going to have the same 2/3 MR9, 1/3 U4. So after the practice this afternoon, we'll go back to the dyno, see where we finished off, and then we'll know how close we are to the horsepower limits. And if the guys are happy with it, if they're crisp, then we'll just leave it alone for the rest of the weekend. That'll be our blend, 2/3, 1/3.
Tomorrow is Superpole, which is the single hot lap qualifier that sets the starting grid for both rounds in this weekend's doubleheader. But the forecast is calling for rain all day long. If tomorrow is a complete wash, this afternoon's lap times would be used to set the starting grid. Good thing the setup is solid, because now it's time for Mike and Francis to grip it and rip it.
Way to go, Mike. Good job, Francis. Thanks. Good job. We can go faster. Yeah, but well done.
both riders improved their lap times. Francis finished second fastest with a 1 minute 22.209 seconds. Mike kept the fifth fastest spot with 1 minute 23.331 seconds. If tomorrow gets rained out, we've got first and second row in the starting grid. As usual, the reigning champion finished with the fastest lap time today, just over a second faster than Francis.
We have something else for him. It's not over.
It's only 1.4. 1.38.
1.3, yeah.
It's not bad. I don't know how much faster he can go. Probably not that much.
Not much.
All right, time to get out of the monkey suit.
I think overall the confidence level is very high. And Francis said before he left, he says, you know what, I'll have a little more for Jordan tomorrow. So obviously he's ready to show something tomorrow. Based on the results from the dyno, we came back and we came up with a nice little witch's brew of a blend that we put together, and then at the end of the afternoon session we managed to bring Francis down to 185 and Mike up to 183.5. So they're sitting right now very comfortably. We could go to the race and go to the dyno afterwards and not worry about blowing over the horsepower limit.
The new fuel ratio worked well. And we found out that the fuel tank will be large enough to handle 20 laps. Hopefully, it'll make a difference when it really matters. It's Super Pole day. Normally, we'd be getting ready for the timed Super Pole practice. But this morning, the weatherman hit the nail right on the head.
All right, guys, come back from the riders' meeting. What's the news for today?
Well, they said with the rain the way it is that we can still practice this morning, but the pre-qualifying is canceled. And if it's dry this afternoon, we can use yesterday's practice times for Super Pole. So the top 10 from yesterday's last practice is what's going to be used for Super Pole.
Then it looks like it's going to be rain all day.
Yeah.
So we'll be well positioned for tomorrow's start. Then if it stays like this all day, second and fifth.
Yep. Yeah.
It's 3 p.m. The rain is done, the ground is drying, but the chances of a Super Pole seem pretty slim. Looks like we've got first and second row in the bag. But just to make it official, Patrice rides up to confirm it.
Huh? What? That's where my pop is. They do Super Pole. They're doing it? Yep.
We were pretty sure that Super Pole wasn't going to go. And then Patrice came flying into the pit from up on top and was just yelling, they're going, they're going, they're going. So, then the just hit the fan at that point and everybody just started going in every direction.
At the last possible second, the officials decided that the ground was drying fast enough to hold the Super Pole. But they've changed the 10-minute practice to a 15-minute practice. Nobody expected this.
The bike, they were ready, but not exactly for what they said. You know, they give us a 15-minute practice. Now we got to practice to find out if the track is good. So I had to change a little bit of setting, you know, to do this. Just to scrub the tire good, get a few good laps, that's it. Let's go.
The riders finish practice. They all start lining up for Super Pole. Mike and Francis will ride if they have to, but they just aren't comfortable with the track condition.
I got boat rider, talking about a really, really, really green track, like no grip, nothing. It's like.
Okay, well, the lap times aren't that bad, so we've had your two guys have complaints.
Yeah, I talked to Scott, Zoke's thinking the same way, so. Yeah, it's okay. It's gonna rain anyway.
Pretty good to see.
It's gonna rain, like a few guys will go and it's gonna start to rain, so. It's raining now. It's dripping.
They call it.
Are you serious? Hey, they just called it. It's like
No Super Bowl. Rain is 2 way inside.
No Super Bowl.
Thanks.
Rain is 2 way inside.
Yeah, I bet.
It's like, what the bull.
All of a sudden, they just ran up to us and said, it's canceled. So now everybody kind of swore a little bit here and there and cursed the situation a little bit, and kind of just calmed down and slowly picked everything up and made our way back down here. And now we're just going to get ready for tomorrow.
After all that, we're right back where we started. First row for Francis, second row for Mike. The stage is set. Tomorrow is race day, and this time the showdown won't be canceled. It's race day, round 4 of the Canadian Superbike Championship. The rain is gone and the track is dry. After some more experimenting in the morning practice, we're gonna play it safe in the fuel department. 25% MR9 and 75% U4. This will optimize performance, and we won't have to worry about blowing over on horsepower. The last thing on our to-do list? Catch Jordan Zoe.
Today and tomorrow they are very, very important for me for the championship, because if Jordan win both races there, we're going to be done for the championship, I think. This weekend it's the most important. If we want to have a chance in the championship, we have to win. I'm going to try to be the guy to close the door.
Patriska's in the bike that's perfect, and I think his chances of dicing with Jordan are very good, and it'll be fun to see the two of them go at it. Now's the time. Yeah.
Seconds before the start, Jordan seems to have a problem with his bike. Francis takes full advantage and jumps in front of him. I'm taking a break from my Summerfest duties to be trackside for the race. Right now, I'm glad I did. On the second lap, Francis challenges Frank Trombino for first place. Three laps in, Francis is leading the race. Jordan Zoe fights back. He passes Frank Trombino for second. Mike is back in sixth. Jordan Zoe catches up and goes for the pass. But Francis shuts the door.
When I'm first, I knew it's going to be Frank or Jordan right behind me. and I just do what I have to do and try to go as fast as I can and try everything I can to keep him behind me.
Shutting the door on Jordan's Oak is hard, but keeping it shut, that's even harder. Jordan takes another crack at it. This time, he snatches the lead.
They're doing real well. Francis has led some laps. He's dicing back and forth with a few different guys. It's close. There's only tenths of a second between everybody. Mike's in 6th place.
The 4th place rider, Alex Welsh, goes down. He's a bit shaken up, but he's okay. This bumps Mike up to 5th.
Come on, Mike! On the back straight, get a draft. Come on.
I saw Alex Welsh go down in turn 3, and at that point I noticed that Andrew Nelson started to get tired. And I thought this is my opportunity to start to catch him and pass him, and I knew that would have put me into 4th position.
Mike makes a charge and passes Andrew Nelson to take over 4th place. But Andrew Nelson takes it right back. Mike slows down. Something's wrong.
Came onto the back straight after passing Andrew Nelson, and just going up the hill, went to switch into a 5th gear, and something went wrong. Got stuck in a gear, almost like a false neutral. I was giving it gas, but it wouldn't accelerate, so I knew something serious was wrong.
It's round 4 of the Canadian Superbike Championship. 12 laps to go. Francis Martin is holding 2nd place. After fighting his way to 4th, Mike Ferreira's bike is faltering.
Looking down the track and seeing the guy that he had just passed come by, and there's no Mike, you can feel a lump in your throat and your heart starts to pound a little bit more. And then we heard the bike, the sound of a sick motorcycle.
Hey! Hey!
Stop. I passed Andy going into 4. I don't know. I was in on the back straight, went to shift, and
You were doing so good.
Instead of being cheered on by his hometown fans, he'll be on the sidelines, watching. At least he's got a good race to watch. 5 laps left, and Francis is still holding on to 2nd. Barely. laps left. At this point in the race, all the slower riders are getting lapped. All this traffic is starting to clog up the track. Jordan has pulled away. Francis and Frank Trombino are still battling for second place. Last lap. Jordan Zoke has first place in the bag. Francis is still holding second. On the second last turn, Francis runs into traffic and Frank Trombino steals second place. After holding first place, then holding second, Francis crossed the line in third. Hey, it's a podium. That's always good news, but you'd never know it by the mood. We didn't beat Jordan, and Mike's bike conked out. In a race where he could have finished in fourth place, his highest finish ever, the pinnacle of his young Superbike career. But instead, it's a nightmare at DNF on his home turf.
Are you okay? Yeah. Just pissed off a little bit.
Francis held second for so long, but he lost it at the last possible moment, and he failed to beat Jordan Zoke. What's worse, Jordan had a radiator leak at the starting grid. His temperature gauge was pinned for the whole race, and he still won. This was supposed to be our moment. In Superbike racing, you can control a lot of things, but karma isn't one of them. Time to pick up the pieces. Round 4 is in the books. But for some reason, this book is taking a while to close.
As it goes in this racing series, there's certain rules and regulations that need to be met after the race. So they always quarantine the top 5 motorcycles, and each of those motorcycles then has to go to the scales to be weighed, and then from the scales they go to the dyno to be checked for their horsepower limits. But one of the rules of the dyno is when you get to the dyno, you have to be able to run. So Frank Trombino, when we saw the bike go up and heard it stutter and fart on the dyno, it's like, oh, that's not very good. Rolled it off, so there was a lot of excitement all of a sudden because we knew we had just moved to second place.
Hey! In the end, eh?
Yeah.
Congrats.
I don't really like to get the second like that, but I
would have had third.
I'll take it. I knew that was
Francis got second. Frank couldn't pull on the dyno. No gas.
Frank ran out of gas on the dyno, and that put him, I think, 5 positions down or something like that, maybe worse than that. And that put us second. And it's not the way I like to take the second place, but I'll take it.
The fortunate thing about all of this, though, is that Mike would have finished third with this whole incident if he hadn't had the mechanical. So, you know, as I said at the beginning, it's bittersweet. That, you know, that's how it is. I feel very bad for Mike, but I feel great for Francis.
It was my first DNF of my career due to a mechanical, which is unfortunate. And we just found out that had I did complete the race where I was in fourth, I would have been bumped up to my first podium. You know, it's just another bit of a stab in the heart, knowing that this could have been my first Superbike podium in my 5th race ever. So it's unfortunate, but you know, it's just the way it goes sometimes. And hopefully tomorrow will be different, and we'll have a nice solid bike for 20 laps and not 10. They're going to have to look at what caused the problem and try and figure out a way to prevent it from happening again. We'll just have to move forward tomorrow and not think about today. I mean, it's over. So, you know, I'm happy that Francis got moved up to second. That's great for the points. We can solidify almost now a second overall, which is pretty nice for BMW. So we'll move along tomorrow and see what happens.
After all the chips fell, Francis's second place finish keeps him in second place in the point standings. But Jordan's stranglehold on first place has tightened. Mike's DNF holds him hostage in sixth place, and his hopes of staying in the top 5 are on hold. Tomorrow is round 5, and for the first time this season, we'll be riding with real desperation. Francis must beat Jordan to have any hope at all in the championship. And Mike has to put the disappointment of today's race behind him. This is the tipping point, and if the scales don't tip in our favor, we're gonna be in a lot of trouble.
The part that failed yesterday on the motorcycle is called the power commander, and that's something that's an add-on. It's not a BMW part.
I have to erase this from the racing memory. It's a new day, it's a new race, and I just got to move forward.
We're still second in the championship. That's the good news, and we will need to win today. And I'm going to give everything I have to put that bike on the top of the box.
Jump start. It's a 5-second penalty.